Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I've always wanted to say that. My name is Wizard Shelly, and we'll go over the details of that name as we go further along in the video. But I am a starting out tarot reader. And what that means is I really don't know much about tarot and its details, but I am learning using this book specifically that I got as a gift from Five Below. I'll link it for you in the details as far as its Amazon availability. But if you can catch it at Five Below, you'll get a much better price for it. And it's by Tina Gong. This book details a lot as far as breaking down everything you need to know about tarot. So that's what I'm learning from. And I'm at a point in my life where I've been forced to let go of all attachments, meaning starting over from the beginning. Corporate America does not work for me. And with following my intuition and trusting with doing what makes me happy, it's led me to tarot. And the tarot deck of choice is one by Arthur Wang. And this one is very beautiful. It's called the True Black Collection. As you can see, it's really reflective. I apologize in advance. There's not a fancy setup, but I'm starting with my iPhone where I am. And once the wealth starts rolling in, that's when it'll get fancier. But this is the box that it came in. As you can see, the box has a reflective design as well. And what drew me to this tarot deck specifically is the pictures are absolutely amazing. This one is you can see the deck is very thick. This one is my favorite card, like the Temperance card. It's just beautiful and vibrant, and I'll show you guys a couple more cards as well. See, the pictures are absolutely amazing. This is another example, and this card is a typical tarot deck, meaning it has the same amount of cards as the other one. It just has one additional card, which is this one, which is the Anant card. And with it in the little booklet that it comes with, it details exactly what that card means in relation to the other cards. But the ultimate beauty of these cards specifically made it more attractive for me. And as you can see, it's all the traditional cards, but they're just beautiful. I just love everything about this deck. The lovers is so vibrant and pretty. So the artist did an amazing job on it. He's a designer and an illustrator. I'll link the website below as well in case you all are interested in that tarot card. But just a little bit about the name, Relaxed Wizard Shelly. I'm a 30-something-year-old female, so I'm at a point in my life where, of course, there's a lot of pressure to do what corporate America would like for you to do, but I'm more so focused on doing things that make me happy, whether that's creatively or just doing normal hobbies that I would do and consider fun, and trying to make a profit. Well, not trying, I'm actually going to be profitable with them and focusing on making that my future as opposed to the corporate infrastructure or doing what would normally be done in this instance. And a lot of the inspirations that I got for doing the tarot is I've watched people like Minnow Pond Tarot, my favorite. Chris is amazing. He's really the biggest inspiration behind me just going out and doing essentially what makes me happy, and whether that's with tarot or with any other creative ideas. So at this point in my life, I'm just exploring the creative side of things as opposed to corporate infrastructure and making money how a typical 30-year-old in America would do. Some other inspirations that I've watched on YouTube is the 303 High Priestess Tarot, the Hood Mystic Tarot, Tarot by Bronx, the Love Messages, her name is Monica, Love Messages, and Eat, Read Tarot, or Eat, Read, Love, I apologize, and that's Sal. And those are just a couple of the people I've watched. I've watched other people as well, but ultimately Minnow Pond Tarot, he's always on point. He is one of the main reasons that I actually became mostly interested in tarot. And I'll just go over the details of what I've learned thus far, because I just want to bring you all on the journey with me as far as how I'm learning tarot from the beginning, and you all see me progress as I go, because sometimes it's more authentic when you know where someone is starting, and at this point you'd be starting with me. And because I'm not showing my face, it's specifically because I don't want people to know who I am, because when I get wealthy, I don't need the cousins coming back from 2000 and acting like we're close and want all the money and the free benefits of the wealth of my new career path. But essentially, the Wizard Shelley is not because I feel like the tarot is wizardry or anything like that, even though in some aspects it can be interpreted in that way. But it's a popular children's show. I don't know how the rules of YouTube work and if I can actually say what the show was, but I grew up on it, and there was a character on there. He had wizard in his name, but you couldn't see his face at all. All you could see was from the neck down, and they never show his face. And that's just the basis of where I'm getting the Wizard Shelley from. And the relaxed part is just relaxing with my life, understanding that everybody has their own journey, and at this point in my journey, it's okay to relax and figure out exactly what's best for me or what I need to do to be the best with my future. So we'll just go over the things that I've learned thus far as this book is concerned. And here's the book as well by Tina Gong. So when I say this book is very specific, I got it as a gift again from Five Below. So I got it at a steal. If you get it from the link below, it's a little bit more expensive, but I do think it's absolutely worth it. Because in this book specifically, you can see it gives you the backstory of tarot and how it started through the ages. So how different people interpreted it, how it's changed over time. And essentially the overall message I got from this story and the development of tarot is everybody in essence is a part of tarot. So tarot is nothing but the Fool's journey. And in the cards, of course, you know that there is the Fool card, but the Fool card is representative of everyone, because everyone goes from trying to understand themselves from a point of discovering yourself to actual self-actualization, coming to from a child when you're innocent, trying to be curious and understand everything about life. You don't have many fears as a child. Children are absolutely fearless. And the journey of a fool is when you start, the fool only knows to follow their heart. So whatever children feel in their heart or whatever they feel that they want to do at that time, that's what they're going to do. So tarot is nothing but understanding that journey and how people progress and change based on whether that's worldly pressure, spiritual guidance, or things of that nature. But it just goes through that change and allows you to better understand that change. But ultimately, with those changes, it wants you to progress from childlike and being fearless to understanding exactly what your purpose and your calling is and doing that, not allowing the outside pressures of the world to change how you feel about yourself or what your overall purpose is. And that's where I am at my point in the journey as well, understanding that I'm not going to have it all figured out, whether you're 30, 40, 20, whatever age. Everyone has a different story. So it's just highlighting that journey. As you can see where it says the major arcanas or the anatomy of the deck, it goes from your conscious to unconscious mind to super conscious. So it breaks everything down specifically for you. And this is just the major arcanas. That's why I said this book is so amazing, because it gives all the details. As you can see right here, it'll highlight like the different numbers and what they could mean and how they can be interpreted in. So, for example, let me get it closer for you. I don't know if you all could see that. But it gives a breakdown of all the possible meanings of the different numbers or the different suits in the deck and how they relate, as well as how you can relate them when you're understanding and learning about the tarot journey or the tarot decks. And all of the tarot decks are virtually the same, but the interpretation of them varies based on the person in front of you or what you're connected with spiritually. But this book just gives you a great breakdown of how that does it. It also teaches like the different spreads. For example, like the Celtic cross, that's something that's very popular. It breaks down for you how the Celtic cross works, what each card and each position represents or means. So when I tell you this book is detailed, and it's literally a breakdown of everything you would need to understand the overall journey or the knowledge behind tarot. The spiritual part comes separately. That's your walk with God and the way you practice and understand him and your spirituality. So that'll be different for everyone. But understanding the basics, the knowledge, the breakdown, essentially the fundamentals of tarot, this book does a great job with doing that. And just so I can give you all an example, it actually will give you the details as far as like if you're doing a reading. It gives examples like real life reading. So here it'll give you an example of a person and the cards that you would break down for them and how they would be interpreted for that particular person. Now, of course, this does vary, but it gives you an ultimate idea of what to expect from each of the cards or how they can be interpreted and how you would actually do it for an actual reading. So like I said, this book specifically does give you a lot of details and lets you know exactly how you can understand the fundamentals. Now, anything past fundamentals, as far as your spiritual journey, like I said, that differs for everyone. But I just wanted to bring you all along on this journey because, of course, everyone is at a different point in their life and at a different spot. But I felt like it was important to understand that it's okay to journey out into something new. Of course, everyone is not amazingly enthused about tarot. Some people think it's witchcraft. Some people just don't understand it. Some people just don't resonate with it at all. But it's okay to understand that in being true to yourself, you're not going to be able to make everybody happy. You're not going to be doing what's traditionally accepted by everyone. And that's perfectly fine. Someone has to be the first to do something. So just in piggybacking with like Black History Month, for example, James Brown was the first Black man to have a private jet. Now plenty of Black people, white people, all people over the world have private jets. So that's something that it's simple, but you're the first to do something. And of course, it may be frowned upon or not traditional, but sometimes the non-traditional is the main thing that's going to get you the wealth. And with this journey in general, I'm focusing more on trusting my intuition because I'm 30 something, like I said. So I've experienced corporate America. I've experienced independence, being independent from corporate America, like an independent contractor. I've experienced having my own business. So I've never been fearful of starting new journeys, but I have been fearful of trusting my own intuition. So with starting new journeys, they were all geared towards financial stability and how they were going to help me financially based on how everyone else is being helped by them financially. So, okay, for as far as a career in corporate America, the benefits are good, money's good, everything is good structurally as far as what I would want, but as far as the overall happiness, it's never been there. So there's never been a fear of trusting the system. It's more so of a fear of trusting my intuition and doing what makes me happy in order to be happy overall in life. So that's my journey and what I'm doing now. And I invite you all to come along with me on that journey. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more difficult because with me not showing my face means all of my social media platforms, won't be tied or can't promote on there because that would just give it all away immediately. So of course this journey will be difficult, but I'm excited and ready to bring you all along the journey as I continue to understand more about tarot. And once I start readings, we'll be good to go. Thank you. Have a good one.